Singer. Chairman couldn't say it, but I will. Roll Tide. Welcome to the Hill. As Marshall Space Flight Center's director, and congratulations, being from the Tennessee Valley, you've made us all proud. The Marshall Space Flight Center, first director, Dr. Werner von Braun, began his tenure in 1960 with a vision of taking humanity to the moon. This year, as we celebrate NASA's 60th anniversary, we are once again embarking on a mission to the moon with the intent of proving the technologies that are needed for our next celestial achievement, taking humanity to Mars. As the Marshall Space Flight Center's 14th center director, what is your vision for Marshall, and what technical roles do you foresee as Marshall writes its future history?
Thank you so much for that question, and thank you for the nice recognition. I would say that from my vision as the center director at Marshall Space Flight Center, it's probably very similar to the vision that many center directors have. It's definitely to deliver on our commitments and our missions, and making sure that the assignments that we do have, we're able to execute them, and making sure that our infrastructure is in place to do that. I think also a key part of that is strengthening our workforce. We have a very strong workforce that I'm very proud of, but investment in our workforce and making sure they remain strong and making sure they have the adequate training and resources and our ability to hire a diverse workforce is going to be critical, and as we execute the new missions. Also, a third part of that is the criticality of our partners. I know that many of the things that we do today gives us increased flexibility, agility, and effectiveness. And I think the education of our workforce and working with our partners to make sure that we continue that partnership and our partnerships with other centers are very critical. So I see that as my top three themes. I've talked about our expertise that we have at Marshall Space Flight Center, our ability to develop and integrate large systems, our deep space transportation activities, ascent and descent, the significant adventures that we're having in advanced manufacturing, not only on SLS today, but on engine parts that we're seeing that we're flying, and the ability to build in space. Our ecosystems that we work on to help with life that not only has to happen on the International Space Station, but going forward in deep space. A lot of that is what will be key contributors. So to me, that is what makes our future so bright and why I'm so excited about being at Marshall Space Flight Center, because I think we have an opportunity to not only work on traveling to and through space, I think we have an ability to work and living and working in space, as well as understanding our world with our science. So I look forward to a bright future, and I think it's a wonderful opportunity to be at NASA.
Thank you, Ms. Singer, and Mr. Chairman, yield back.